It is so lovely for so many Tibetan Australians to come here to Parliament House and to do this offering. It's a very, very special thing for us in Parliament House to have so many Tibetans come and share with us their hopes and aspirations, because we share those hopes and aspirations for Tibetans. We are here tonight to recognise the ongoing human rights struggle for Tibetans living in Tibet, and that we mustn't give that up. It's been a long time now, since 1959, nearly 60 years. And whilst there's many other human rights issues in the world, the Tibetan one is certainly a long struggle, and one that the Australian Parliament takes very seriously and supports Tibetan people for. It's an honour to have the Sikyong, Lobsang Sangay, here in Parliament House. And so many parliamentarians came to listen to him and also share some words of support for Tibetans, for their struggle for freedom, for human rights, something that as Australians we take for granted. But I'm pleased that we've been able to provide that freedom for Tibetans to come and live here in Australia and make Australia their second home. So the struggle continues, and you have my support as a senator in this parliament to live to support the human rights aspirations of Tibetans.
It's a country that is being subjected to a form of religious genocide. Tibetan people have rights. They should have rights. The world stands up for people's rights, and I'm appalled that the world has so often turned a blind eye to the human rights abuses that the Chinese commit on a daily basis within Tibet. Tibet is a country. His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who I've been privileged to meet on many occasions, is a wonderful person. I've been to Dharamsala on 2 occasions. I've met His Holiness. I've had an hour with His Holiness. His Holiness is one of the people I most admire in my life, and the fact that he is such a forgiving person, his third way is a very reasonable approach. But the reality is that Tibet is a country under Chinese occupation. When will the world recognise this fact, and when will the Tibetan people be given the rights that so many other people have been able to obtain throughout the world?
Anyway, this event is a wonderful event. It shows the resiliency of the Tibetans. It shows the fact that Tibet is still relevant around the world. And I think it also highlights the resilience of the Tibetan people, 60 years or more in exile, and yet they retain their spirit. And the thing that always strikes me when I speak to Tibetans and interact with Tibetans is how they retain their sense of being Tibetans, their sense of being Buddhists, and also their commitment to nonviolence, despite what China does, despite the setbacks, and this hope and trust and belief, particularly in His Holiness, but also in the fact that someday things are going to change, as they always do. And Sikyong was stressing that everything changes. It's midakpa. and that's a basic principle, and it works everywhere. And someday things will change in Tibet too. So I think it's important to be hopeful.
This is my second visit to Australia, and last month it was my first visit. It was probably the first time that I interacted with so many Tibetan people, and I am so surprised and moved that how innocent and how full of love you are, and how hard you're fighting, because I'm from Taiwan, and we all know the situation between China and Taiwan. And different from you, we do have our own island, and we can live freely over there instead of living in other people's countries. So, but I was really touched that even though with the hard situation you have now, you are sticking together and trying so hard, probably because of your religion and your culture. And it's even, I would like to say personally, it's even stronger, a lot stronger than Taiwanese people. So it gave me a lot of thought. And today, when I came, I was in tears for a few minutes. Actually, I had a meeting with your president this afternoon, and I was very pleased with his meeting. And I saw what you did here. It took a lot of work, really a lot of work, and you guys worked so hard for it. I wish that goes on. And I did ask the president to come to Taiwan for a visit, but he said he couldn't because of the political situation. I hope that resolves very soon because we need to hold our hands together and work together, not to fight against China, but to work to a better world. So thank you very much.
I think this event is fantastic. This event attracted more than 10 Australian parliamentarians, incumbent and former, to attend this big event. And they show their unity to support Tibet issues, so to show their support to Tibetan people. I think it's really a great thing. I think we should work together to change China. Only China to be changed. Political system is changed to a democratic one. I think Tibet could be really, really liberated.
Well, look, the Tibetan people here, especially in Canberra, have adopted me as one of their own, and I'm a monk ordained into the Tibetan tradition. I have a great respect for the Tibetan people and a wonderful admiration for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, inspirational. So I'm very, very happy to have been here and very, very happy to have been associated with the preservation of Tibetan culture.
Australia shungdi nge mixi shibush thongdi to khans na ani Australia shungi ta debe lo ni shu nang lo la ani phe nang na ani chalen nang do nge susu ge mezelo tang che phe ge rawan che do ani chalen nang nge chipsu chomba suba ta ani de deja so ni pese gi ani ge kap gi bu chi da shi de temba rawan temba de ji gi ge kap cha yu de ani mixi shibush thongdi to ani di inde ani tri ani thuche Australia tuche she de zego dinge shira ya ko chungsu sangdo thakpa to ananganju UPB diksu gi ani singda shugurwa ta thanda di ani gekap di gi ani lunje chozo nang pedwen gap yo nange thakpa to an do me miri gi ani chozo gi thumi jigla inde jaga di nang thoba dinge uni gi jikhanda mingda thone khanda uni mixe shibush thongso tuche
다 오스트레일리아 난게 멤버 딱딱 지다 먼저 슈퉁미도 가나서나 대강원이 시샤서를 슈슈 개미도 시자 레시디 지동 국제 구주구도 하는 고주샤 디 콩래야 배바 리지 배바 니제요스 리지 배바 야요스도 딱 간다만다 배바 야네 니제 바라레샤 안티 바라레야 직된 준시 제저 창사 년직 제조다 다가나신 최소칸이 라마 계시에 된디슈다 디 년제 수 수련 제보다 딘데 제제 명보 배제 갈락함삼 지여보다 네가는 시자 레시드 고추니 다단다 팬래야 배바 직동 숨자리 십자래 어딘데 직 배제 디난 레되게 살에 견도매 이나야 다다야 아주 던져 레고니 마셴바 소소 도와 답시 때제 용교 딘데 림바에 갈락함삼 지여보다 이 주도 좀 봐. 다도 서봐 주도 좀 봐. 봐봐. 이동 십장업자치. 딘데지 메트로스 제제 서봐 지고. 다 림백이 가샤네 멤버 십시에 지야기 수주 때는 봐. 다 락달 지에 두절 내고 닝간조 산에기 베리tun조 소소소 쿨 시제 멤버 십시에 제제 디 참들이야. 멤버 딱딱지 배제 신도 가버려서